So, have you thought about when you retire from your business? Hi, y'all. Thanks for joining me. I'm Dr. P, a strategic business coach, and in less than 15 minutes, I'll be sharing with you why you should have an exit plan so you can retire from your business. I know it might sound a little strange, but you hang in there, you'll understand where I'm coming from and why this is important for your business as a small business owner. So, like I said, less than 15 minutes, I'll be sharing that with you. Please like and share this video if you get value from it. And if you're listening to it on the podcast, appreciate your support there as well. So, like I mentioned, I'm Dr. Priscilla Kucer. I go by Dr. P. And I am a strategic business coach. I've been a school psychologist for 10 years in K-12 schools, served on professional organization committees, and also teach in online psychology courses at the master's level. Right? And I've worked in different school districts, worked in different professional organizations, and that whole concept of having an exit plan is really important. You may have worked in organizations before becoming a small business owner or even a CEO for a business, and you may have heard about succession planning, or you had succession planning. Having those plans in place for that next step you're going to be taking. So when you decided to become a small business owner, there are tons of things that you probably did not factor in. When you started, we all were in that same boat, and you knew that you wanted to have this business, right? But you may not have thought about some of these contingencies or some of these exit plans or succession planning. Those things may not have come to mind. Today I was actually speaking with a member of the Greater Austin Black Chamber of Commerce, right? We had a really good conversation. And in that conversation, we started talking about contingency plans. We also were talking about how sometimes business owners wait until their business is about to pretty much disappear, close up shop before they start thinking about an exit strategy. Hi, thanks so much for joining. You can say hi and where you're joining from, talking about exit strategies for your business as a small business owner. So in that conversation I had with this member of the Greater Austin Black Chamber of Commerce, we were really talking about how, sometimes business owners wait until they're about to close up shop to think about, oh my gosh, what should I be doing now? And that is not the time for us to be having those thoughts and thinking about those things. We should really be thinking about our exit strategy, not as a negative, but as a positive. Yes, an exit strategy, you should be thinking of it as a positive, not a negative. Because remember that question I asked at the beginning, have you thought about when you retire from your business? That's the question. Have you thought about when you retire from your business? Yes, it is your small business. Yes, you created it. Yes, you founded it. Yes, you are the CEO. Yes, you've been doing all these things to build up this business. But have you thought about retiring from this business? What are you going to do when you retire from this business? Because remember, you started your own business. And a big part of that was because you didn't want to be working for anybody else, right? I'm there with you. You don't want to be working for anybody else. And that was an awesome feeling. And knowing that you were not going to be working in someone else's company until you retire, that was just exhilarating. Like, hey, I got my own business and I can go and work for myself, right? Because you're not working for nobody else. No way, right? So you started this business of yours. You worked really hard to get it up and running. Maybe you started it on the side before you walked away from that full-time job. But the thing is, you started your own business. You worked hard to build it up, to get the right strategy in place, to help you to grow it, to scale it at the same time. You started out with probably just you. Maybe you just want your business to be you. That is a decision you have to make for the type of business you have and how you want your business to be developing. Or you have high hopes and dreams of growing it to having employees or even multiple locations in your same state or even different states. Hell, maybe even in different countries. I don't know what your goals are for your business, right? And I'm not limiting your goals for your business. You have to know what those goals are that you have outlined in your 3-year strategic plan or your 5-year strategic plan, or maybe the goals that you have that you want to reach in 10 years time. You know what those goals are, and you're working towards those goals, and you're excited because you're making all this progress towards these goals. And not to mention, when you look in your bank account, you're seeing that growth, right? Because you're making that progress towards those goals of yours. There's nothing like being a small business owner and being able to pay yourself, right? So that you can do all those things that you wanted to do. Take those trips, buy that house, buy that car, maybe even buy a boat. I don't know, whatever it is you're working towards, and you're really excited about being a business owner. But have you thought about your exit plan? In other words, do you plan on being the small business owner running this business forever? Or have you thought about when you retire from your small business? Again, I know it sounds kind of strange because I'm talking about retiring from a business that you're in the process of building up, or that you're still enjoying and you're like, hey, I want to keep doing this. But do you really want to keep working? Or do you want to be able to retire someday? So a big part of being able to answer these questions is looking at having an exit strategy, looking at having an exit plan. And these are things that you should be building into your overall strategic plan and business plan for your business. Because I don't know, maybe you do want to work for the rest of your life. Maybe you don't. Maybe you haven't even thought about it. But today I want you to start thinking about that exit plan, that exit strategy. And that's what I want to share with you in this video today. Why is it important to be thinking about that exit plan, about that exit strategy? So I'm not sure if you're familiar with Investopedia, but Investopedia has a definition of what a business exit strategy is. And in their definition, they talk about this is when an entrepreneur develops a strategic plan that involves them selling their business to another company or to investors, right? If your business has been successful, guess what? You can benefit substantially from the exit plan that you choose for your business. However, though, on the flip side, if your business hasn't been successful, then you're probably just looking at limiting your losses. So you got to be able to know and measure the success that you're having for your business. And there's several types of exit strategies that are out there, right? And the one that you choose for your business really depends on several factors, and it also impacts how you develop your business. So again, the exit strategy, that exit plan is tied to your strategic plan and your business plan for your business. So the exit plan you're going to be choosing is going to impact how you're going to develop your business up until you exit from it. I mean, it is your exit plan. So it is an exit plan. It is an exit strategy. And this means you have to be putting some thought into your plan and developing it. Use the data from your business to help you with developing the best exit strategy for your business. And by the way, have you had your business valued? Because if not, you might want to think about getting it valued so that you can help with developing your exit plan. And a business valuation, if you didn't know, is really crucial to your exit strategy, because you're looking at pretty much selling your business. So knowing how much your business is worth can help you with that negotiation that is going to happen when you actually take that exit strategy. So if you haven't already, you should really look into getting your business valued. And you can look at getting an informal valuation at least one every 12 months or an formal valuation every 2 years. Point is, you want to make sure you know how much your business is valued at, because that really will help you in your exit strategy, in understanding whether or not you're getting how much your business is worth, or even in looking at the losses that you're limiting. So just a little quick tip for you: if you haven't already valued it, make sure to add valuation to that list of things that you have to be doing for your business as you're developing your exit plan and your strategic plan for your business. So there are several types of exit strategies, as I mentioned earlier, and I'm going to talk about a few of them here. I'm going to describe them very briefly, and I'm doing that so that you can have an idea of what I'm talking about when I talk about exit strategies and exit plans. You may have heard about these things, but you may not have connected them to how it's relevant for your business. So the first one I want to talk about is acquisitions. Because a lot of times people have heard about mergers and acquisitions. You know, how one company bought another company. And that's pretty much, you know, what happens in an acquisition. One company purchases all or the majority of another company's shares so that they can gain control of that target company, you know, that company that they bought. And really and truly, the purchasing company just needs to purchase just over 50% in order to have that control over that business. And mergers and acquisitions happen between small and medium businesses more often than people are aware of. And when your business is acquired as a small business owner, when your business is acquired, you are giving up your ownership and you are giving up your control. Because again, when you are acquired, you are giving up your control, which means the company that acquired you now has control and ownership over that company. Yes, it's a company you built up, but you may be picking the merger and acquisition option because of the type of business you had, the goals that you have. All of those things come into play because again, you have to know your business to be able to determine which exit plan works better for you. But I just want to share though, a disadvantage of the acquisitions can include that sometimes the buying company might pull out at last minute and you may have lost your customers, or it could have some other impact on you. So just be aware of what's happening in that merger and acquisition process and read the fine print. Make sure to read the fine print. So that's the first one. The second one I want to talk about is liquidation. And with liquidation, it is simple and it is quick because you're basically just selling off all of your assets and closing up shop. That's what you're doing. You're selling it off and closing up shop. But beware though that when you're closing up shop, I'm talking about the fact that your business will now become a memory in people's lives because you're not leaving necessarily a legacy for people to continue to enjoy because you're just selling everything and closing up shop. So your business might become a distant memory for people. So just think about if that's what you want for your business, right? It could be what you want. I don't know. Again, it depends on the type of business you have and what what type of exit strategy you think is best for you. With the liquidation, the biggest drawback is that it is the lowest return on investment, and any creditors you have, they have initial claim at any funds that you get when you do your liquidation of your assets. So you got to factor that in as well when you have sold the business and you got to pay off the people that you owe. So those are two different ways of exit strategies that you can think about. So the third one is initial public offerings. You may have heard of this one. And this is when you start offering shares in your private company and now your private company goes public. And when you use this option, this is the one that has a lot of prestige with it. It has the highest payoff. You might see a lot of companies that go from private to public choose this option. But a big drawback of this option though comes with the difficulties with valuing your business. And this is why I mentioned earlier the importance of getting your business valued. Because once you have your business valued, it does help you with the exit strategy that you're going to be taking for your business. So you're in a better position of really knowing, hey, am I getting my money's worth out of my business? So that is really crucial. So those are three. The fourth one, number 4, the fourth type of exit strategy, that exit plan that I want to share with you guys is management buyouts. So with this type of exit strategy, what happens is the members of your management team in your business, they pretty much buy your assets and operations of the business that they're currently working in. So they buy that business from you basically. And I know that for some, this type of exit strategy can be really appealing for the managers in the business. And again, it depends on the size of your business because not every business might have the managers, might have this number of employees. But depending on the size of your small business, you might have this level of managers and they might want to buy your business from you. So this could be really appealing to those managers to now purchase the business that they were once an employee in. Now they own that business. But a big disadvantage though that I want to make sure you're aware of is that for the managers acquiring the business, they might not be qualified to take over a business. And when you do that type of exit strategy, your company might actually end up losing some clients because the clients might not like the change in management. So those are just a few things for you to consider. So these are 4 types of exit strategies that I wanted to share with you. Like I said, there are other types of exit strategies out there. So as you're working on your strategic plans for your business, be sure to think of an exit strategy, because remember that question that I asked at the beginning. Have you thought about when you retire from your business? Think about it. I'm Dr. Priscilla Kucer with Priscilla Kucer Consulting Solutions. Thank you all so much for joining me. Remember, solutions plus actions equals results. Bye, y'all.